the Ornn.
It's happened again.
Nice. Early game pick there from Gory. Silas. A lot of fighting around mid. I like that because, as I said, they need some pressure in the early game. KazaLoLL doesn't really provide that. So you need a mid laner who can fight and skirmish, and he might go 5 deaths.
Early invades were thwarted by Golden Guardians, as now topside Summit could be in trouble. Nice knockup Q3, guaranteeing the knockup. River's gonna flash as well. Summit is now level
flash
6.
for 6.
Does he have enough damage to turn this one around? Huge burst, one more knockup with the Bellow's Breath, one more auto attack, it's not enough! River and Licorice pick up spells for his 2 so far, and it's a lot of pressure being put towards a tank-on-tank matchup, which is something that we normally don't really think about investing their while into. Probably
About junglers who are carries ganking top early on. I do actually like doing that if you have nowhere else that you need to be on the map, as we see Licorice having some fun with Summit.
All out on the Summit, and he doesn't have flash. One more Q. Does he land the knockup and a couple of auto attacks? And there is the solo bolo for a dive, who he has no tools available to really stop this one. He would have to find a grand entrance, but he is isolated away from Stixxay, and it looks like they're going to just pick up the easy kill. Pyosik dodging away from the grand entrance as well. Gory is waiting, has level 7. Can he grab an ultimate to make something happen here with Stixxay under the tower? The flash from APA, waiting out Stixxay's move before committing the charm. Stixxay being able to dodge it out. No killer instinct available yet because he's still level 5. Gory forcing the rest of Team Liquid as he finds a connect onto KazaLoLLCShighlights for the damage, but Team Liquid around the corner, forcing Gory to back off.
Nice attempt.
Just gonna make sure he is hovering on the bottom side of the map to escort that wave as Pyosik, I mean, that's a very low Cassante. Licorice has flash and can still move around with some of his abilities. Pyosik would have to find a lot of burst damage, but 3 levels down, he has Lem's Respite, so he can look for an outplay under the tower, and he's forced to use the ultimate early, and Licorice might just make him regret this decision on a couple more auto attacks as he flashes the last auto, but he cannot secure the kill.
Deviation of that pressure we were hyping up in the bot side, and allows Golden Guardians to stop the dragon stacking of this composition. It's one of the things it's supposed to do. Mark from coming through, denies the kills, give the dragon over. Such a massive play.
And now Summit might be in trouble. He still has flash, but he gets interrupted, so he cannot use the Call of the Forge God. Easy pickings here for River and Licorice, as the Rift Herald is also going to chime in. Allows River to slink on into the bottom side of the jungle. KazaLoLLCShighlights and Yan now have to be careful with the extent to make his move.
Yeah, Licorice has TP. They're going to wrap around behind, drop a ward down, set this up.
Delsin leaps right onto KazaLoLLCShighlights. Yan already firing the arrow to get the stun, but that is just easy picking. So much burst coming between Stixxay and River.
Correct map play. You had APA having to take the reset there as we see a charm.
Huge charm from APA, but River's able to leap on out. Gory still has flash to play with and has the Spirit Rush taken from APA as APA is looking to flash, finds River on the backside, and now who he has to get out with the grand entrance. Stixxay forced to flash. APA finds the charm, the Orbit Deception. APA steps up when the team needed him.
Yeah, teleport coming in here for Licorice on the flip side of the fight. We'll see if he can isolate someone.
Licorice has flash and he has all out. But Team Liquid are trying to pincer on Licorice so that they can collapse before the rest of Golden Guardians make their move here. Summit calling the Forge God, looking for the knockup. Gory has his own, and he cannot. Oh no, he gets a multiple man knockup here, and Golden Guardian is able to burst out Pyosik before he's able to use the ultimate. Summit is still pressing forward on the engage. They're looking for more. APA has the resets with the Spirit Rush. Finds 1, finds 2! Bull Stixxay have the pressure to look for the 3rd dragon of the game. And as you pointed out earlier, because Golden Guardians were able to sneak up the 2nd one off of Pyosik's play on the top side, they're not at soul point. Golden Guardians still ahead with that 2.
Can do where you just can't kill the Kindred. So I want to see if they're able to pull that off.
Uh-oh, looks like someone might be in trouble. The flash, they line the knockup, and bingo! Golden Guardians, even with the Rift Herald charge as well, are going to get so much off of this play.
Stuck around on the bot side there. You see River making the move on top of him, and an interesting angle by Licorice. I think most of the time people are worried about getting
things quite difficult for Team Liquid, but they find a moment to take out this tier 1 turret in the mid lane. Now, APA low on mana, half at HP. This might just be Licorice's window to take the 2nd tier turret.
Yeah, Licorice gets another 6 situation.
Stixxay still has sums for himself. Yan has sums as well. Licorice trying to reposition for a flank angle. All out is available. 4,000 HP on the Baron. Gory steps up and grabs Summit's ulti. 2,000 HP! Steals the Baron! And Golden Guardians, whether they want to fight this one or not, they got the objective that they wanted. And now APA sees red, tries to find at least 1 re-engage, 1 pick off on the Stixxay. He's already used both of his summoner spells. Time to look for him, but just gets punished as Golden Guardians make their
tools available. I don't think there's any way they can realistically do this.
And Gory's gonna look for a flank. They know they have the numbers advantage as well. River lurking in the river. They look for the re-engage onto Licorice, but this could be the punish here. River takes a huge chunk out of Core, forcing him to flash. Summon is isolated. Gory with the chase. The knockup is there. Gory picks up the kill.
Saw how much they were struggling in the 1-3-1 with Huhi's ultimate down. It felt like that was the time to try and make that play happen, but just couldn't do it.
And you can see Pioshik is still on the chase. He knows that 6A doesn't have sums. Killer Instinct is not available. It's a nice pick from Team Liquid. But
we're not done yet.
oh, Pioshik pops the Lamb's Respite, but he's isolated. Yon and Core JJ are there, but he's charmed up by Huhi. He's got no way out. Core and Yon. Just going back to what you said, Mark, the frustrations are clearly setting in for Team Liquid, finding themselves far more aggressive than they were in the first 15 minutes of the game as the charm connects on to Huhi, but he just grand entrances forward because he knows he has Gory in his back pocket for the punish. Nice Melio engage though. Team Liquid able to save AP as they take out Huhi. Stixay cannot find the re-engage as well. Golden Guardians lose Huhi out in the process, but the Baron buff is still on their side, so they can continue pushing on the top side.
They can continue pushing. The gold lead swells to 7K, but APA is
now find themselves being forced out of the jungle quadrant. Golden Guardians routing their way as they look for Yon. The arrow stuns Huhi, but Stixay follows up with the Killer Instinct, taking out the marksman of Team Liquid. And this turret should fall as well. Golden Guardians just making short work of these. It's not easy to do it from the vantage point that they have done it since Game 3. Match point for Team Liquid as a nice pick onto Huhi. Team Liquid.
Rez get back onto the map, and Licorice gets some time alone on that bot turret. Got down to half HP already. APA in trouble.
Stixay looking for the kill. That's the big shutdown. He was the only one left with the bounty, but Stixay finds him. And now the rest of Team Liquid might just be on the back foot here. Quickness into the knockup. That's a double for Stixay as he finds it with the Void Seeker. Two members.
Dragon to get themselves to soul point and stop Golden Guardians from stacking that, but now with the 10K gold deficit, it does feel like there's very little for them to do.
Golden Guardians now in prime position between the Void Seekers. Actually, both Void abilities, Void Spikes as well. A little bit of Void synergy as Licorice finds the inhibitor turret. 6A with the Killer Instinct. APA is deleted. That's the man advantage for Golden Guardians, and it might just be enough to make some serious damage in this base.
APA was the most fed member of Team Liquid. They blow him up using the Stolen Ash ultimate. Now they're going to try and end the game.
Huhi with the quickness, looking for the grand entrance, but he's punted away by Core JJ. Bottom inhibitor falls, middle inhibitor is next. Golden Guardians seeing if they want to jockey for another re-engage or just guarantee the inhibitor being felled here. Void Seeker finds its mark as Licorice presses on forward, buys space. Huge knocker from Summit. Huhi re-engage. Can they look for the call? Gore's gone onto multiple members here. It's all up to Yon and Pioshik to find the damage here. Lamb's Respite.
Gory stolen ultimate on Kindred, but at level 16, that's already back up.
6,000 HP. This is playable for Team Liquid. 4,000. Lamb's Respite is still available for Pioshik.
Oh, Yon's so dead.
Huhi looking for Yon, and the Lamb's Respite is popped in time, but can Yon reposition himself? He's brought over the wall by Licorice, and Gory finds the killing blow. The rest of Team Liquid are forced to scatter. They're on the run, but Golden Guardians have no mercy for them. They will leave no stragglers, no survivors left. They will take everything from Team Liquid as they take the Baron. They don't even need it. They're just going to rush into the base and send us to Game 5.
Cue up the silver scrapes, Rafa. We're going to Game 5. A potential reverse sweep on the horizon for Golden Guardians. It was a very, very hard-fought first two games, and here they have the complete momentum in the series, a 1,400